We have a brand new color of the year to talk about. In fact, it's the first one of 2024, and we're still working through the summer of 2023. A little bit early, Sherwin Williams, but you know what? I'll take it. Let's talk about the HGTV Home by Sherwin Williams, color of the year for 2024. And more importantly, I want to get into what this maybe means going forward in interior design as a whole. I'm not gonna lie, color of the year season is my favorite season of the 4 seasons. Spring, summer, fall, and then color of the year season. This is the time of year where we can start to peek into where design is heading in our interior design space. Of course, we're the paint people. We talk about all things painting and decorating, and to know where things are headed in regards to paint colors, I find super exciting. We have seen quite a few changes over the years, and every single paint company has had their own perspective as to what they feel will be the big color moving forward. Up until last year, where we saw a lot of companies sort of living within this reddish terracotta clay world. And then you had a company like Benjamin Moore, who was a little bit more vibrant in their choice when they went with raspberry blush, very much a coral leaning color that maybe wasn't super practical and popular as a go-to color, but it did show you that, hey, we like color now. We're not just all about gray and grayish, okay? So right out the gate, we have HGTV Home by Sherwin Williams and their color of the year for 2024. So if we think back to last year, they released Dark Room as their choice, which was very much a moody, alluring charcoal brown, like an espresso brown, extremely rich, which was admittedly a bit different than a lot of those reds and oranges that we've been seeing. But if we think about the Sherwin Williams color of the year for 2023, which is the main company that we're talking about here, it was Red End Point, which was in that red family, a bit clay, a bit sandy, almost like a rose gold sort of blush color. And this was very much in line with what everyone else was essentially talking about. But now we get to 2024. We're not there yet, obviously. It's still August by the time of this video releasing, but HGTV has took a shot in the dark as to what they think the next big color next year will be. And it is Persimmon. Notice some similarities with some of the colors we've been talking about. While this one isn't necessarily a rusty sort of sandy clay color, it is in the orange family with a little bit of a red undertone happening here. Named after the fruit that people often forget about, I feel. This is a color that does have a little more dynamism than some of the previous colors of the year that I've seen. It is pretty saturated, very vibrant, very fun, but not unlike Raspberry Blush from Benjamin Moore, not really a color that I expect to see plastered all over people's hallways and living rooms. I don't think this is going to be flying off the shelves, but it is something that I have been seeing outside of paint in the fashion world specifically. Definitely an interesting choice, and instead of doing a complete 180 from the sort of trendy colors from last year, this almost seems like a bit of a pivot. It's a pivot away from neutral, from desaturated and muted, a little more dynamic, a little more in your face, more energetic, more fun, but still definitely warmer leaning. So I think that trend is going to continue no matter what. I almost feel that Sherwin Williams uses their HGTV Home line as like a testing ground for their colors of the year. Just sort of put it out there low key and see how it goes. And then their main color of the year for their actual company, that's the one that counts, right? That's the one we all care about. But this is cool. I'm very curious to see what other companies have in store. So if you're just as excited as I am about the next colors of the year, all you got to do is subscribe to stay up to date. Press that like button if you enjoyed this video. But I also wanted to revisit some colors of the year from last year, which is right over here within the Sherwin Williams catalog specifically. You should check it out.